back to my channel. Yes, today is Wednesday. We all know what that means. Spooky animation. But let's start with greetings, come on. Hello, my name is Daniel. I'll be your host. Your
guy in the chair.
And today, this will be a haunted hotel, a horror story. So, enjoy. Enjoy.
This is a story from my foolish early 20s. At that time, I was really into ghost hunting. I had a best friend named Joshua, and we always went to supposedly haunted places. Then one day, we decided to visit a hotel that was famous for being haunted. There was nothing special about the hotel, other than the fact that it was a slightly old-looking building that had eerie music playing in the lobby. We entered the haunted room while singing a song that was supposed to summon ghosts. I was reading an article about the place on my cell phone, posted on a ghost hunting community.
They say there are 3 rules that must be followed in room 704. First, never allow food smells to be present in the room. Second, always wear clothes in the room. Third, never leave the closet in the living room open for more than 1 minute.
Then Joshua asked,
"What happens if you don't follow those rules?"
I answered,
"It says your intestines will be pulled out." By who? Is there a horrible monster hiding in here?
Then he swung open the closet door in the living room. It was empty but had a foul smell. Plugging his nose, he said,
"Someone must have pooped here before."
Then as he closed the closet door, he continued,
"Oh, I'm hungry. Let's have some food and start hunting ghosts."
He called room service on the phone. However, the staff said that room service was not available for this room. He got angry and complained to the staff, who eventually offered to bring him food. But the staff told him that he had to finish eating within 10 minutes and put the dishes out in the hallway. Soon, our steaks and hamburgers arrived, and we started to chow down while looking for traces of the ghost. While we were using the electromagnetic wave meter, the closet door suddenly burst open. We looked at the closet in shock, and at that moment we saw something that would haunt us forever. It was a strange creature that looked like the heads and arms of about 7 people stuck together. It had no legs, and the many heads and arms all moved separately in a grotesque manner. The forearms and head were extremely large, and the faces were as pale and expressionless as corpses. It crawled to our food and started eating the leftover steak. I tried to film it with my camera, but the camera couldn't capture it. The being ate in an instant and went back into the closet and closed the door. When I saw it, I was filled with fear, and I said to Joshua,
"I have to get home before that monster gets hungry again."
Then he said,
"What are you talking about? You can't just leave after seeing something sexy like that."
Then he ran and pounded on the closet, shouting,
"Hey, monster, try this too."
He threw off his t-shirt and patted his bulging stomach.
"Do you want to try human meat too? Look at this plump skin."
He opened the closet door, but it was empty. I chuckled at him, but the flame of fear was still burning in his chest. We watched TV, hunted around a bit, and soon fell asleep. But after a while, I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of a scream. And when I looked in the direction of the sound, I saw the huge being I had seen earlier, sitting on top of Joshua, pinning his arms and legs down while sniffing his stomach. Then his numerous hands began tearing at Joshua's stomach. I wondered if I was dreaming, but Joshua's loud screams pierced my ears.
"Ah! I'll give you something else. Please stop!"
It wasn't a dream. I screamed.
"Joshua!"
I kicked at that huge thing as hard as I could, but it didn't budge and pulled on my leg. Then it squirmed its heads around in an attempt to bite my stomach. I barely escaped by kicking at the heads like crazy. My legs were shaking so hard that I fell to the floor. The being looked at me and started eating Joshua's intestines. Joshua mumbled breathlessly,
"Louis, I should have just gone home."
I called the hotel lobby and, out of breath, spoke to the staff.
"Now, in the room, my friend is being eaten."
The employee asked me what I was talking about. I shouted,
"Quickly, grab a knife, a gun, or anything, and get up here!"
I hung up and ran back to Joshua. The giant being laughed gleefully as it chewed his intestines. I took out the Bible from the drawer and recited some verses out loud, but the being did not respond and continued eating. There was nothing I could do. I cried out in despair and fear. Right then, a hotel employee knocked, and as soon as he came inside and saw the gruesome scene, he vomited. The gigantic being had already disappeared. Blood stains stretched from the bed to the closet. The employee immediately reported it to the police. When the police arrived, they were distressed to find Joshua's intestines missing without a trace. The police officers just stood there dumbfounded and kept repeating that this couldn't be happening. A few days later, I went back to the hotel room to see the manager, who yelled at me.
Your friend called it. It doesn't eat human meat.
I shouted at him.
You already knew what could happen?
Then he sighed and said,
As long as we fed them animal intestines once a day, there were no problems. That room is the most expensive room, so it would be a waste to leave it empty. But you provoked them.
I told him.
Okay, it must be hard for you to keep feeding that bastard, but I'll take this opportunity to get rid of it for you. So just wait a minute.
I went back angry, and for the next 6 months I trained, learning deadly martial arts. Then I went back to the hotel room to avenge Joshua, to tear that monster apart. I packed up a bunch of sharp weapons and went. I set out a bunch of pig intestines in front of the closet and shouted, holding a dagger in each hand.
The highest quality pork has arrived.
After a while, I heard the closet door open and saw it. That gigantic being. It began to eagerly tear into the pig intestines in front of it. But among the many faces that writhed around its body, I saw one familiar face. That was Joshua.
Oh, great. Hey guys, I don't know about you, I don't play it. That reminds me of that movie 1408 or whatever. You don't go looking for trouble. Screw that. They say something's 100, stay away. But still, that there, I don't know. No, they eat. No, God knows. But anyway, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, you care to hear some of my thoughts, even though there's not many. Don't like it? Comment down below and then finally subscribe for more and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video and share. Bye.